and welcome to another episode of Dreams Unveiled. You are here with me and...
Melissa.
Oh, me is Daun, Whittaker.
Oh, yeah.
Melissa Salazar. Welcome to this episode. And this episode, I think, is going to be fun. It's yet another quick one, but we already learned on multiple times that we get these quick dreams like we're going to be doing like some 5-minute thing. And it goes deep.
Yeah, really there's actually deep. A lot of things in these little dreams.
I know. So this one, it has actually, it's very multifaceted.
Yeah.
Because it takes some things from waking and physical, and it takes some things from dream state and kind of puts it all together. And it's a very brief dream. I would say probably in total, maybe 10 to 15 seconds.
I feel like this might be our shortest dream.
It may be.
Yeah.
So... with that said, I'm going to read you the dream. And the dream was relayed to me from Patty, who lives somewhere in Pennsylvania. This one I don't have a lot of personal information because it's actually the mom of the adult daughter who had the dream. So I don't actually know the adult daughter's name. What should we call her? Sarah?
Sarah.
Let's call her Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay, we're going to call her Sarah. Just to bring this, but the dream, we talked a lot about a lot of the personal things that brought into it, but the dream is so little, it's not like...
Right, I think you're going to get more from from her real life and dream life together.
That's right. Here it is. And it starts out, I'm chuckling because I read a short time ago how you were looking for dreams when my daughter came in to me and said I had this horrible dream last night. I was sleeping with my mouth closed when I felt this terrible pain in my mouth. I realized that I made a huge chomp with my teeth onto my tongue. I woke up and thought, ouch, my tongue was bleeding. I could have bitten off the tip of my tongue. I don't know why I did that. It hurt. So, and then she writes, this may not be YouTube worthy, but my mind is wondering what your opinion on it would be. Oh, it's YouTube worthy.
And do we have opinions?
Oh, that was well timed.
Yeah.
That was good. So, we do.
We do.
So, with that said, I'm going to share some of the background that I learned about Patty's daughter, Sarah. So, Sarah and her husband, probably, I think, for the last 4 or 5 years, have lived in the basement of Patty's home. And what is so interesting about this is the daughter, Patty describes the daughter as being a real go-getter. You know, she has owned homes and has gone after things. She's well educated. She really is a go-getter. The husband is more of a hanging out on the computer person. He's making some money on the computer.
He's doing a portion, not as much as she was doing.
Right, not enough to support a family or a house.
Yeah.
And it's just the two of them. But, you know, he probably feels satisfied with that. But by all accounts, it sounds like to me Sarah is the breadwinner. Sarah's outside hustling. In fact, she was talking to her mom about she's been wanting to get her PhD, and her mom's very supportive about doing that. Told her to go out and do it.
Yeah.
And so she's working on that now. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's huge. It's a great accomplishment.
But she's also working 3 part-time jobs to fit them around this process to support them.
Yeah.
So right now, this is like opening up.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there.
You know, and it doesn't take much of a dream to convey a whole lot of stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay? And more than that. So there's a lot going on in Sarah's life, and she clearly woke up with a bloody tongue.
Yeah. Literally biting her tongue.
That's right. And yes, many of you have probably had situations where you have the waking life stuff has translated into a dream.
Yeah.
You know, people have peed themselves because they were dreaming.
Right, or like falling off the bed.
Yep. Or I ate a stink bug. I didn't eat the whole thing. I'm a vegetarian. I just took a bite out of it and woke up. And I thought I was in some tropical paradise and there was this buffet and I'm serious, this really happened.
Yeah.
And as soon as I woke up, I knew it was a stink bug. And
so I'm like,
I knew. It didn't taste as awful as you think.
And it's coming from a vegetarian.
and I'm sitting there and I remember as soon as I woke up, I knew something was in my mouth. I had to get it out because I knew I would have just vomited if I didn't. I had to my first step was get it out, and then I didn't want to see it, but I knew what it was. Why would he ever want to go in there? I don't know.
He's like, what's in there?
That's awful. So, you know.
I guess we all go explore caves. He was saying like, it's open, I'm going in.
I know, right?
One of his friends are back there like, do it.
I dare you.
Right.
We'll come after
Poor
you let
guy.
us know.
Poor guy.
So, but the interesting thing, there is this thing called hypnagogic hallucination, and that is
say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, right. I can't even say it 1 time slow. So that is that time where you are starting to go to sleep, and you incorporate things in the world. So, like if your TV's on, and you're just drifting off to sleep, you may dream about what you're hearing on the TV.
Yeah.
So that is a real thing. And that may be what happened here. But I think the other part of this, is it could be a hypnagogic hallucination. The other part of it is, I think when you're just in pain, your body dreams about it because it's trying to process through pain. And you may not feel it because you're sleeping, but your brain is experiencing it. You know, your body is experiencing it. So what comes to mind about biting your tongue?
First thing I always think of is like, that good old saying, like, you bite your tongue to not say something. So obviously, maybe she said something during her awake days, Or
maybe she needs to and didn't.
Or needs, And regret of not saying something or the regret of saying something.
That absolutely. So I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
I think, yes, you're holding your tongue. You are not speaking your mind. And so if we couple that with anxiety, that may have come out in part. I mean, here's some of the physical things. If she's gritting her teeth, if her jaw's clenched, and I think her mom said something about that the next day. She was talking about her jaw hurting or at following the dream, at some other point. So it sounds like there's a great deal of stress and anxiety, and she's getting ready to do something really big.
Right. It's going back to school is like a lifetime change, and having 3 jobs.
Yes, and
obviously they're living with her mother, so
and having a husband that's not
supporting,
that's not participating.
Right.
That's not really leaving the house. That's not part. I mean, they may enjoy things together and so on. And Patty said she's really good natured. She really, she's very much all about commitment. Yeah. She's not an unhappy person overall, but it makes you wonder how much she has to repress to really be in that place. So she really bit her tongue, and then she dreamed. Which came first?
Right.
So I'm going to guess the
actual physical part?
Yeah, I think the physical part came first. I think she was probably gritting her teeth and that there was some real anxiety going on. She was probably dreaming before this. And through the act of grinding her teeth, through the act of clenching, seizing up, tightening, she bit her tongue.
Yeah.
And then dreamed about biting her tongue. And so this is really a show of significant stress and anxiety. Why? And don't look at anxiety. We say anxiety all the time because the primary feeling when you're dreaming is anxiety. That's a primary feeling expressed in dreams. But it doesn't mean you have an anxiety disorder. I just want to make that really clear. We all can have some anxiety. Anxiety by itself is not bad. If you get anxious about something, it's a good sign that you may need to plan.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because anxiety is always dread for the future. It's not for right now. That's fear. It's not for right now. It's for the future. So if you're anxious about going to school, it may mean, okay, I need to plan. What do I, how much money do I need? What do I need to have? Anxiety also helps you to be very thorough. It could because, there's an idea that we try and control things when we're anxious, which is true. Because it gives us a sense, an artificial sense, but a sense of having some command over a situation. But it helps you to be really detail oriented. You pay attention. Your teeth are crossed. Your eyes are dotted.
That you mentioned that. Like, really switches a lot of things for me, because now I feel like I'm so fearful. I'm like, man. Yeah. I'm like, but I mean, if I switch the word for actually a lot of things that I say are anxiety, that I just need to like plan for something. I mean, that kind of like just like literally like triggered my mind completely different.
But once you plan for it, then you need to put it away. That's really the big thing. That's kind of where anxiety, when rumination starts, then that's not okay. When you start ruminating on something, you've already done the plan. What that means is that you're finding comfort in planning as opposed to moving forward with your life.
Right, just
you
can't
live there either. So,
right, yeah.
But if used correctly, it's just an indication. I need to plan. I need to make provision for this. Yeah. And then I need to put it away. Yeah. And go on with my life and enjoy it. Man, so
that like really works. Triggered something. That's great. Hopefully it triggers something for someone else
I know. It's very helpful. I always tell people when they do come and they have an anxiety disorder and I'm counseling them, I say, we're going to get rid of the dysfunction of your anxiety. I don't ever say we're going to get rid of your anxiety. It's just the dysfunction. Right. So, just you
need an anxiety or anxiety.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, that's it. So, clearly, she's got a lot going on.
She's got a lot going on. And, it's having, like, the biting of the tongue, the clenching, while you're sleeping, which should be your resting time.
That's right. And your restoration time. Yeah. But I think the thing is, with all of this, the challenge is this husband. Mm-hmm. I think that I suspect, because I didn't talk to her, so
you're hearing it from the mother.
That's right. But I do suspect that she's very frustrated, that she feels not supported. Right. That
she's out here giving her all, even trying to better herself, and maybe he's just still in one spot right now.
That's right. And and they've been married for years. I mean, so I think this couple's in their 40s. Yeah. So this isn't like a
So she's kind of going through something completely different now, you know. So maybe she's obviously trying to grow herself as a person and in her career, and 3 part-time jobs. Yeah. I like that's a balance. That's a struggle sometimes.
3 part-time jobs. If you're working 20 hours in each part-time job, that's 60 hours a week just on that, and you're going to go to school. Yeah, that's and because
I'm clenching my jaw.
I know.
Like, that's a lot. That's a lot to do.
You need to really find a way to support everybody. I will say that Patty did share one little detail that's really interesting, is that her husband, Sarah's husband, kind of poo-pooed the idea about, why are you doing that? It's not going to pay for itself. It's not going to be worth it. Really was very negative about her going to school, and has been apparently negative about other things. I think either he has a mental health issue, and he sounds nearly agoraphobic at this point, or he's really threatened
that she's doing something, like maybe he's like in a depressive state where he's living in a basement. Yep. Just doesn't always sound great, but here he's maybe he's stuck right here, and she's starting to move forward, and maybe if they were both like doing something that they were both passionate about, it'd be different.
I agree.
Then he would be supportive. Daun, correct me if I'm wrong, you and your husband went to college around the same time, right, together?
Well, when we met, he had no college background, and I did, but when we went into ministry together, I really felt like the Lord said that he needed to go to college, and when he went to college, I got my doctorate.
See, and that's great. I feel like you guys are both striving for the same goal, different, but same goal of, bettering yourself. You guys are both doing something together, so maybe that's something, I'm not saying for him to go to college or anything, but I mean, maybe be able to be supportive towards her,
or looking at getting out and about. I think he likes the small amount of money he's making, and he feels important in that community, that online community that he's part of. Yeah. And I think it prevents him from wanting to do anything else. I think there needs to be a shakeup in the house, Right. Because she's working really hard, he should be supporting her. She obviously is supporting him, that he is still able to do all of this and not, and while she is really out there doing it, and she's so good-natured about it, and she really is. She's not somebody who's significantly depressed or just feeling like there's no way out. But I think her mind's processing through some significant stress, and probably especially without his support for college.
Right.
And the I can't imagine thinking, I have to do all of these jobs and work towards this doctorate. And I think she's quite capable of it.
Yeah.
But still, you think that while he's sitting on the couch and doing whatever he's doing, right?
Yeah. Now, it must be hard.
Well, I think...
Because what's the ending of the dream?
Yeah, the ending of it... Well, the ending of... That was the ending. That was it. Yeah. She woke up and her tongue was bleeding.
Yeah.
But I do understand. I know that evokes that kind of feelings in us. And even though she's dealing with it very well and very, very...
I'm over here like, run.
But,
run, girl, run.
But that's in her somewhere.
Right.
The frustration is in her somewhere. That's coming out. And I think it's coming out now because of this, wow, in about a week, my life's changing. I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
So so really it is a time. And you know what? Maybe this working on her PhD, I have no idea what her PhD will be.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
what is
know.
she
I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll be a time for reflection and change in the household. And maybe there will be some new standards.
Right.
You know, but really, if they're happy, I'm not
about
that. But there's clearly some significant frustration.
Right. She feels a lot right now.
She does. She's carrying a lot right now.
Right.
And
it's now going into her like sleep world.
That's right.
You know.
And who knows how many other times it has, but she's probably so exhausted. She's spending so much time in deep sleep. She's not remembering her dreams. That could very well be the case as well.
Yeah, because how many dreams do you get in one night?
I think it's an average about like 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a whole lot more than
Me
that.
Me too. I guess I think of like infomercials.
And here's the thing, I'm 59 years old. I started doing dream analysis like 40 years ago. The technology has changed. Like, I have to learn a whole bunch of new things because we found out the things I learned in my 20s is not...
Right, because I feel like I remember when I was younger, me and my friends would always go to like Barnes and Nobles in like Fort Worth because it was beautiful. And it was like the thing, we'd go at night or whatever. It was like the only city we have, there. I mean, you have cities, but...
Right,
small town, anyways. So we go there, and we would go and like look at dream analysis books, and like we would like try to remember some of our dreams to look at it. But I wonder if like they've probably changed from like then to now.
Oh yeah, the technology. I mean, there has been some serious changes in the science, in the study of dreams.
Yeah.
So that is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think most of the meanings of dreams are that really hasn't changed too much, but we always have to remember it's subjective. You can't just look things up and get the information.
Right, and that's why this is so great because we have that back insight of like the person's life to the dream.
Absolutely, truly. So I think that's it on this dream. This really was a short dream. A lot of huge meeting, didn't require a lot of discussion, but I really truly hope for this couple, for Sarah. I really hope for Sarah. That she can really make this all work, and I have no doubt she'll be successful.
I was going to say that. I have no doubt that
degree.
She's going to do that. I feel like she's definitely going to do that. I just hope that they worked things together.
Yeah, I hope they come together and really have that level of support mutually.
Yeah,
I think the word mutual is what we're looking for
here.
The word mutual.
Right.
So anyway, thank you everybody for hanging out with us today. And
like and subscribe,
and I hope you enjoy your day. We both hope you enjoy your day, not just me.
Yep, and send us your dreams.
Yes, very good. Yes, you could send dreams to daunw.com. If you go on the website, there's actually a form to fill out on the Dreams Unveiled page, or you could text me dreams@daunw.com. Daun, DAUNW.com. Send us your dreams. Make sure you give information on what's going on in your life at the time of the dreams and a way for me to get a hold of you because we're going to need to talk.
Yeah.
So, thank you and have sweet dreams tonight.